It's the dawn of another day for Lynn, a single working mother of one. And though the start of a new day often signifies hope and new opportunities for a lot of people, for Lynn it means the same dry routine, the steps of which she now follows on autopilot as naturally as breathing. Lynn turns on the stove, not a kind that is infused with the complexities of kitchen stoves that most people are accustomed to. After making herself a cup of watery instant coffee, Lynn takes out one of the two bowls she owns and carefully pours cereal and milk into it. Carefully, because everything needs to last for as long as possible. She then turns around to find her 10-year-old son Sean stretching on their only couch already awake. She feels sympathy for him for not having the privileges that most of his friends have. Sean never makes a fuss about waking up. While most mothers spend their mornings dragging their kids out of their comfortable, cozy beds, all Lynn has to do is turn on the lights of their one-bedroom apartment and turn on the stove. The clanking of the kitchenware is enough to wake Sean. Whenever Lynn finds herself overwhelmed with feelings of guilt, she reminds herself that there is a good reason for all of this. There is a good reason for the way they live their lives. Lynn reminds herself that the money is better spent on Sean's education. It's true he doesn't get to have as much fun as the other kids, but his mom has had to balance multiple jobs to secure his future and provide him with the best education. And that's the best she can do with the resources she has. The thought of a bright future for Sean always comforts Lynn. After 2 bus changes and a short walk, Lynn and Sean arrive at school just in time for the first bell. After she has a brief conversation with Sean's teacher about his work progress, Lynn gets on the bus that'll take her to her first job at a hotel, where she cleans rooms and washes bedding and towels. Since Lynn has a long shift at the hotel, Sean has to wait a couple of hours after school before he is picked up. Once the two are finally home, Lynn helps Sean finish up his homework and goes through what he did that day with him. They spend only a few hours together before it's Sean's bedtime. She puts him to bed and gets ready for her night shift at a restaurant she works at. Things would be very different if Lynn didn't value education as much as she does. To her, there is nothing that matters more than the success of her child. She believes education will provide Sean with a comfortable future, and she can't wait for him to finally be a successful and happy man who won't have to sacrifice anything for his happiness and well-being. Now meet Lynn's colleague, Jamal. Ever since he was a kid, he has aspired to become an astronaut and work for NASA someday. His parents have always been supportive of his dream, and both do various wage-earning labor jobs to get him to college. Jamal also works during the day to earn enough to finish school. He attends evening classes and studies by night. Lynn and Jamal share very similar interests and principles. They both believe that working hard will take them to where they want to go in life, and that nothing in this world is as rewarding as education.